So final score, Scotland 1, Switzerland 1. McTominay's deflected effort in the 13th minute going off Newcastle's Fabian Schär. Then Shaqiri now playing in America with a wonderful strike. 3 tournaments at Euros in a row he scored in. But Scotland had chances. Kris rode their luck at times. Is pride restored though?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, there was a lot of criticism after the performance on Friday night, and rightly so. I think when you are at that level, international level, and Scotland have set that bar to that level in terms of, you know, the start of this campaign, the performances they put into to get there. You know, they will feel that Friday was a disappointment, but they've bounced back tonight. There's no doubt about it. Yes, it's a draw, but it keeps us in the tournament. From where you were on Friday, everybody was low. There was criticism. It didn't matter whatever paper or whatever you picked up, turned on the radio, TV, whatever. Everybody was getting it, but it won't be the case tomorrow. I think there'll be a lot more positivity. Steve Clarke, he got his team spot on tonight. Caused a good team in Switzerland. Let's not be kidded. They're a good team. Lots of problems. Yes, we rode their luck at time. There was a couple of offside goals from Switzerland. But you look at Hanley, had the one that came back off the post as well. There was moments in that game where you felt as if Scotland could have nicked it in the end up. But I'm sure at the start of it, if you'd have said, come away with a draw, that gives you the opportunity of going to Stuttgart to face, I think it's Stuttgart to face Hungary on Sunday. If you win that game, you've got an opportunity to get into the knockout stages and creating history. I would have been more than happy with that. But I think overall, Steve Clarke will be happy with the performance tonight.
Yeah, he wanted it to be better from the start. What was different tonight? What do you think they did differently?
Well, I think Andy Robertson spoke about, a better version of Scotland, and that's exactly what we got in terms of pressing Switzerland higher up the pitch, stopping them playing. But also, we sat here after the game on Friday night and spoke about when Scotland got the ball, it was as quick as they could get rid of it. It wasn't the case tonight. There was a spell, in that first half there in the edge of Scotland's 18-yard box with Gilmour and Tierney and Robertson. You would have thought it was actually like watching Brazil. Tiki-taka, Spain in their heyday, and that's how good it was to get out. But there was other passages of play in there that Scotland were better on the ball tonight. Maybe that comes from getting the early goal, the confidence there. But the big players I thought turned up tonight in spells, and it was needed. McTominay obviously. He didn't get the goal at first. It was given as an own goal, but it is his goal.
It was on target, wasn't it?
It was on target, 100%. Great counter-attack from Scotland as well. Into Billy Gilmour, Andy Robertson with a terrific run, 3/4 the length of the pitch, and then plays it to Callum McGregor with I thought he was going to shoot. He decided to turn back out, laid a lovely ball off to McTominay, who got his shot away, and Fabian Schär deflected it into the top corner. But I think Scotland overall, there was a lot of positives to take, but the one real concern, and it wasn't good to see, obviously leaving in a stretcher, was Kieran Tierney. Just a ball over the top to get involved with in Bulo, and he rolled him, and I actually thought he grabbed his hamstring at first, but in doing that, his momentum carried him forward, and it looked as if he jarred his knee as well. I hope he's okay. He's obviously had periods in his career where he's been out with long-term injuries. I hope it's not as bad as it looks, and he can get back, pretty soon for the start of the season or whatever. But
how big a miss would he be in his speed?
Oh, huge. I mean, the understanding and the combination play with Robertson and Tierney has been one of the reasons why Scotland have got to where they've got to. If Andy Robertson will tuck in, Kieran Tierney's go forward, and vice versa, the link-up play, it will be a huge miss. I think anybody that moves for that type of money to Arsenal, yes, it's not worked for worked from at Arsenal. He's obviously went on loan and he's been in and out there. But I think that in a Scotland jersey we've seen the best of Kieran Tierney recently, and he's been a real key to what Steve Clarke has been able to build at Scotland. And as I said, I hope he's okay, but it doesn't look great, does it?
How concerned are you about the defence then, with Porteous still suspended and possibly Tierney out?
Yeah, well, I thought McKenna came on and done reasonably well for Tierney. I mean, he'd obviously went on loan to Copenhagen and had experience of Champions League, played against Man City. He wasn't at his game at Nottingham Forest, and he's obviously another one that's out of contract now. So I mean, he's without a club, so it gives him an opportunity. This last game to go and show to teams that might be looking there if he goes and puts on a performance. He got booked as well, so I mean, it was close, and Bolo again rolled him, I think. But I think a lot of credit has to go to Andy Ralston as well, because he gives away the goal. As I said, it was bad. There was a couple of bad moments in the goal, but he just tries to play it blind, take nothing away from Shaqiri's finish. I mean, it was sublime. I mean, if you just to see that, you would be like, wow, what a bit. It was the way that it happened. But I thought after that, Tony Ralston recovered, and he done okay. He got forward.
Got forward a bit, yeah.
He tried to get balls in the box, but again, I thought Che Adams ran himself into the ground as well. Scotland were asked, maybe in Friday night you couldn't get near Germany, you couldn't get close enough to them to stop them playing. I thought Granit Xhaka was pretty anonymous tonight. Steve Clarke done a job on him. It was McTominay or McGinn was just in that area protecting him, didn't allow Switzerland to build through there. So yeah, there was a lot of positives to take. It's a draw. We move forward to the game on Sunday, and it gives you an opportunity to go and win that.
You mentioned before the Scottish tiki-taka. How important was Billy Gilmour to that? What difference did he make?
Well, that movement I was talking there, as I said, that passing around the box there for Scotland to get it was excellent. But there's that solid element to Scotland's side when he plays. You just know that where he's going to be. I don't think Callum McGregor is the same player without him in there to an extent, because he knows in terms of those two clever football players bouncing it off each other. McGinn and McTominay, they're always, I think, their natural instincts to take them forward, whereas Billy Gilmour might sit off the game, and if Gilmour's on it, McGregor's always looking for him off of him. So they've got a good understanding in there, a good connection. Plus, it gives us something else in McTominay, McGinn further up the pitch. Obviously, Ryan Christie was the one to miss out. He brings something different. But overall, there was more. I felt as if there was more control from Scotland with the ball. There was more control in that area. There wasn't as much, counter from Switzerland. Are Switzerland at the same level as Germany? No. But, you've got to look at Scotland and the job that we've done tonight. And a lot of that was down to Billy Gilmour as well.
Indeed, Switzerland looked good in their first game, didn't they?
Yeah.
We can see how this leaves the group. It's now 4 points for Switzerland. Germany, 100% record after that victory over Hungary earlier, 2-0. So they're through, goal difference of +6. When you look at that, do you expect Hungary to be quite deflated? Could that work in Scotland's favour on Sunday?
Oh, I think looking at it, Hungary, they obviously done well in spells against both Germany and Switzerland, as you said there. But look, we have got to go with the mindset that we can go and beat Hungary. They're pretty much looks as if they're going to be out now. But Scotland, you've got an opportunity. We said tonight the improvement from Friday night to tonight is key. We've seen that tonight. We have seen a huge improvement. Can you go again? It's a quick turnaround for Sunday. There's a few players obviously struggling. Injuries is mounting up as well, but you're asked for one more game. Can you go and just leave everything on the pitch? You've done that tonight. Can you do that against Hungary at the weekend? You've got an opportunity, as I said, to go and create history, and that is key for Scotland. They can leave there. They get criticised on Friday night, but they can leave there extremely proud of their performance tonight.
How optimistic are you that Sunday night they can get the win over Hungary, and just leave us with the thought of how big it would be that Scotland qualify for knockout stages for the first time ever?
It would be huge. I think to create history, Scotland, it's back-to-back Euros. It's the first time we've seen the Tartan Army on the road since 1998, basically. But they will be there in full voice, looking forward to it. I think it's an opportunity for the players to go, as I said, create history, and that's got to be the message. You could be the first group of players to go and do that. There has probably been better teams at major competitions, but failed to do it. But this team have got. We've touched on it. Listen, Andy Robertson's world class in terms of the performances he puts in for Liverpool. But this team, there's a togetherness in it. You look at McGinn, McTominay, McGregor, Gilmour. They've got that. They understand each other's game, and if it all clicks and they all work together, they've got a chance of achieving what they'll set out to do on Sunday night. Steve Clarke might make a couple of substitutions. I don't imagine. Obviously Tierney won't make it, so you'd imagine McKenna might come in there. So there will be a couple, but there won't be 4 or 5 changes. Yes, they are, and the hat will be back. Brilliant. The hat will be back. The hat will be back.
Beautiful.
But, we're alive and kicking, shall we say?
It means you'll be stuck with us more late nights, probably.
Yes,
but,
I know.
Brilliant.